I'm Blanche, Johanna, your yoga teacher for today. Welcome to my channel. It's so great to have you here flowing with me. For all of those people that flow with me regularly, a huge hello to you. And for everyone else, welcome. So great to have you with us today. I'm going to be taking you through a meditation today with a bit of mindfulness and just some really basic yoga stretches. So this is really for all levels, so it doesn't matter if you haven't done yoga before, so please don't turn it off thinking that you're not going to be able to do it, because you absolutely will. It's very inclusive. So it's just a bit of a mixture of the meditation, a bit of stretching, and really this is just a really beautiful sequence to either ease you into the day, ease you out of the day, or maybe something you can do in the middle of the day when things are just really hectic, the world's spinning, and you just need, less than 15 minutes to just sit down and get a bit grounded, because we all know how absolutely hectic life can get. And before we get into it, I just want to mention that I do have an online yoga membership program for $28 Australian a month. I'd love you to get on board. If you want to practice more yoga with me, please check it out. And I will place a link to it below. So let's get started. So just sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position, if this is good for you. If you do have a yoga block, you can just pop that underneath the sacrum if you want to sit up a bit more and get a bit more space. If you don't have a block, you could always just grab a bed pillow or some other cushion off the couch and just sit up on that, just to maybe give you a bit more comfort for the next little while. So just closing down the eyes now, just arriving into your practice, your meditation. And I'd just like you to turn those palms up towards the ceiling as a gesture of receiving to everything outside of ourselves. And just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Observing your chest going in and out with every inhalation and exhalation. And just for a few moments, I want us to focus on the mantra, I relax, as you breathe in, and I release as you exhale. So let's do that together. As you inhale, I relax, and as you exhale, I release. So just taking a few rounds on your own now, repeating that mantra internally. I'm now going to ask you to start becoming mindful of all the things that are happening externally right now, sitting wherever you may be sitting. So just observing the sound of my voice, maybe the sound of birds outside, or there may even be a dishwasher going. I don't know what space you're in, but just taking a moment to be completely mindful and present of all those external noises. If you're sitting outside, you may even feel a light breeze. Just being the observer of everything externally. move into our internal space, so everything that resides inside. And I'd like you to start observing, maybe even starting with your eyes. We all have our eyes closed, but perhaps you are seeing colours or shapes or shadows. So just taking a moment to check in with your eyes and observe what you are seeing, not changing anything. And then maybe starting to scan through the body. Perhaps you're feeling tightness or discomfort in particular areas. Or maybe you have a sense of lightness today. Whatever it is, just mindfully focusing on everything that is inside you at this very moment. Not passing judgment, just being the observer. Coming back to your breath now, focusing on the inhalation as your chest expands and your exhalation as your chest falls. So just a few more rounds of breath here. And then when you're ready, just very gently and slowly fluttering open those eyes and just looking at a point in front of you, and just taking a moment to arrive back into your space on the mat or wherever you may be sitting. And we're just going to take our hands now and just rub them together as fast as you can, creating lots of friction, energy, heat. And then separating the palms and just putting the palms of those hands over your eye sockets. And just feeling that tingling sensation, that heat, that energy. And then releasing those hands back down to the knees. All having our eyes open now. Welcome back. So we're just going to inhale and bring our arms into a cactus shape here. And what we're going to do, we're going to inhale and really open that chest, so looking up towards the ceiling, pushing that chest forward, that heart space. And then exhale as you come forward, rounding the spine, bringing those arms and the palms of the hands together and tucking that chin in. So it's going to go through a few rounds here. So inhaling as you open that heart space. And then exhaling as you bring those arms together, chin towards the chest. So 2 more. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Inhale. And then exhale. And releasing those hands down. And just coming to come onto all fours now. So placing those fingers really nice and spread down on the mat or the ground here. those elbows and shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. And just start to take really nice circles with those hips. Doesn't have to be big movements. They can be as small or big as you'd like. So just listening to your body and doing what is good for you in this present moment. And that's such a big thing in yoga. We are all going to look different all the time, and that is completely okay. And then when you've gone one way, just changing direction and starting to go back the other way. You can hear some creaks and cracks coming from me. I'm sure you have them too. This may be the first bit of movement you've done today. It definitely is for me as well. And then when you're ready, just finding stillness. What we're going to do, we're going to bring those knees together. I'm actually going to come into a bit of an ankle stretch here. Now, if this isn't comfortable for you for any reason, just come back into that all fours position and just keep going with your circles, and we'll meet you back there in a minute, okay? So, what I want you to do is have those feet together, knees together. Place the hands beside you up on those fingertips, and then actually just lift those knees off the mat, really engaging that core. And this is just a really gorgeous stretch for the ankles. And your knees don't have to be this high, okay? Like if you're just down here, just doing whatever feels good for you. I don't want you to feel any pain or discomfort. So as long as it's a manageable level of discomfort, it's just stretching it out. We spend so much of our lives on our ankles, walking around all day. Doesn't matter what you may be doing for work. We all have so much pressure on our ankles all the time, and it is a place that I think we often really neglect when it comes to stretching. So just another breath here. And exhale, putting those knees back down. Awesome. So just coming back to that all fours position, and we are just going to push ourselves back into a downward facing dog. So just spreading those fingers nice and wide. Hands should be about as wide as your shoulders, and then placing those feet behind you. Now I understand not all of us will be able to bring our heels down to the mat, so if you are up on the toes, just having a bit of a bend in the knees. So just doing whatever variation is good for your body here. We're just going to, all together, inhale up into the toes, and then exhale, bringing those heels down towards the mat. So inhale up into the toes, and then exhale, bringing those heels down towards the mat. And then from here, just walking your way to the top of the mat. Just bringing those feet at hip width distance. And just coming into a ragdoll here. So taking opposite elbows with each hand, and then just coming into a beautiful forward fold here, bending through those knees if you need to. You may even like to sway from side to side. When you're ready, releasing those hands down to the mat, bringing those feet back together, and then just bending through the knees and coming all the way down towards the mat. And bringing those legs out long in front of you, really sitting up on those sit bones. Just going to come into a nice forward fold over the legs. So inhaling here. And then exhaling as you walk forward. I'm going to tell you just to curve through the spine today. A lot of the time you'll notice in my practices I often talk about coming forward with a really straight spine, but just for this one, just curving through the spine, coming as far forward as is comfortable for you. And if you're only here, that's okay, all right? This is not about how far we can come forward, it's just about coming into a beautiful stretch that is appropriate for you and your body, and you'll really feel it down the backs of the legs. So if you're feeling that sensation, then you're doing it right, okay? So just dropping that head down, taking a final breath here, and walking those hands back in. And then just coming to cross those legs at the top of the mat. And just closing down the eyes, bringing those hands to your heart space, palms together. Just taking a nice inhale here, and we're all going to exhale out through the mouth. So inhale, and then exhale. And then bringing your thumbs to your third eye for kind and loving thoughts. Bringing your thumbs to your lips for truth in all you say. And bringing your thumbs to your heart space for always loving unconditionally. And together we say as we bow forward, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. The light within me salutes the light within you. And I hope to see you on the mat again real soon. Thank you.